Actually. Now, we've got Jack Valero with us now, who is the co-founder of Catholic Voices. He's a commentator on church affairs, joining us from London. And thank you for your time. Just tell me your initial reaction to this first. I mean, the fact that all of the priests would offer to resign at once.
Exactly. It's quite unprecedented. Popes had meetings with bishops in the USA in 2001 and with Irish bishops in 2011 about the same topic, but never before have all the bishops of a country resigned at once. I personally think it's a very good thing because we needed something dramatic, something strong. I read the letter that the Pope wrote to them a couple of days ago for the meeting, saying all the things they'd done wrong. And I think it was very strong and very needed because it's not just a matter of somebody resigning. He said it's not just a matter of somebody resigning, like, you know, fixing on one bishop and getting rid of him. It's something more needs to happen. And he lists there things like messianism and elitism, you know, an elitist attitude that needs to change, and clericalism, putting clerics on a pedestal. So all that needs to change. And I think it's really good that something major is happening.
To that end, do you think that the Pope will accept all of those resignations?
I don't know if he'll accept them all. Perhaps for continuity, he could keep some. Some have been more involved than others. I think that one of the problems was to scapegoat Barros only because obviously he was close to Karadima, who was seen to be an abuser and very famous priest. But he didn't want a scapegoat. He wanted a complete renewal. So I think perhaps he will accept some and tell the others that they must get on with it. One of the things that he said the problem had been in Chile was they'd concentrated rather than on Christ, they'd concentrated on themselves. So they put themselves in the center, the institution in the center. And that's very problematic because he said the Catholic Church is there to put Christ at the center, and Christ is in the sick, in the victim, in the prisoner, in the hungry, in all those people who are suffering. That's where Christ is. He's not in the institution. And that was their problem.
Jack, we have heard of sexual abuse scandals within the church for years now. Is the difference now in 2018, Pope Francis himself, as seems to be the case in many issues to do with the church, that he just approaches things differently?
Well, I think that he has approached it very strongly, which is good. The crisis has got deeper and deeper as time has gone on. It only started as John Paul was very old, and throughout the pontificate of Benedict, and he was trying to deal with it, and he actually got rid of many priests who were abusers. But I think now Francis is taking it further by pinpointing the institutional problems that must be corrected, not just getting rid of abusing priests, not just stopping any cover-up, but actually looking at the institution and any institutional problems there might be, and tackling those, because otherwise we're never going to get rid of it. So, like all Catholics, we want this to end. We don't want it to happen again. We want perpetrators punished and victims recompensed. But actually, some institutional changes must be needed in order for that to happen.
Jack Valero, I'm glad we could have you with us on NewsGrid to talk through this one. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Here